This morning we spoke briefly about a decision by Anthony Charles of Marigot, the MP, decided over the weekend or some days before that to write to the president of Dominica to install Jesma Paul again for the seat of opposition leader. And Jesma Paul did say earlier when we spoke that she would release a statement explaining just why. Here's Jesma Paul, the opposition leader in Dominica.
We, the independent elected members of Parliament, Honorable Anthony Samora Charles and Honorable Jesma Paul Victor, hereby inform the people of Dominica of our decision concerning the appointment of Honorable Jesma Paul Victor as leader of the opposition in the House of Assembly. After careful consideration of the present circumstances facing our country, we exercise our constitutional responsibility to support the appointment of a leader of the opposition. This decision was not taken lightly, nor was it influenced by political allegiance or personal interest. It was guided solely by what we believe to be in the best interest of Dominica at this time. Dominica is currently confronting significant economic and social challenges. In such periods, the effective functioning of democratic institutions is essential. The absence of a formally appointed leader of the opposition would weaken parliamentary oversight and delay critical national processes. Our country cannot afford a prolonged vacancy in this important constitutional office. Our action ensures that Parliament continues to function in accordance with the Constitution. It enables the proper constitution of statutory and constitutional bodies that require consultation with or input from the leader of the opposition. It also facilitates the effective operation of the parliamentary committees and strengthens debates, scrutiny, and accountability in the House of Assembly. Above all, it safeguards the people's rights to representation, transparency, and good governance. We recognize that this decision has generated public discussion and differing opinions. We respect those views. However, leadership sometimes requires difficult decisions that may not be universally understood or immediately accepted. We did not act to advance the interests of any political party. We acted to preserve the integrity and continuity of the parliamentary system. As independent representatives, we are not bound by party affiliation. Our mandate is to serve our constituents and the wider public with honesty, fairness, and independent judgment. Supporting the appointment of the leader of the opposition does not compromise that independence. Rather, It reinforces our commitment to constitutional order and democratic stability. We therefore emphasize that this decision does not align us with any political party. We remain independent in thought, voice, and action. Our loyalty remains firmly with the people we represent and with the principles of accountability, fairness, and national development. This decision was made in good faith and in fulfillment of the responsibility entrusted to us by our constituents and by the Constitution. In times of uncertainty, the national interest must always take precedence. Political differences must never be allowed to weaken the foundations of our democracy. We thank the people of Dominica for their continued trust and assure you that we will continue to act independently, responsibly.
I see Cole went shopping for farming supplies. So I asked him, what are you doing inside Bloombox? You have a farm? He tells me, that's how it has sort. I've been married 37 years. Look at my see money farm. I said, no, not that man. Like land for farm, bro.
We know who has the land, and we know
Not that.
party time with the start of dance this Wednesday, 21st January, the factory on Valley Road, 8:30 p.m. Come and join us for X-Tempo and Sponsors Night. The sponsors going head to head, pound for pound. Who is going to be the ultimate and supreme sponsor for the night? Your guess is as good as mine. Prizes, surprises just for you from our sponsors. Yo, hold the music, boss. Luke Dangleman just give me a breaking news. Entrance fee $20 and couples, yes, couples, you heard me right. Couples pay only $30. Couples, come on to X-Tempo Night. Come twin together, matching outfits and all that. Oh, you know this scene already, boy. And get chances to win prizes all throughout the night. It's the X-Tempo Sponsors Night and calling all couples. Start on 10 this Wednesday, 21st January. The factory, 8:30 p.m. So you better be there. Start on 10. Headline sponsored by Big Edge Financial. Also supported by The Factory, Adam Sounds and Lights, Central Cooperative, Credit Union, Kyrie FM, Q95 FM, Vibes Radio, MO News, the National Bank of Dominica, Mapao Entertainment Center, Arturo Sport, and Hardline. That's why I say money, money, money.
The romance begins from the very first sip. Treasure the rare, inviting richness found in our lightwood notes with a hint of vanilla. This rum is aged in individually selected oak bourbon barrels to guarantee a superb mellow taste with notes of dried tropical fruits, exhilarating the palate. Our unique aging process unlocks sweet, oaky notes with aromas of chocolate, toffee, and dried fruits. Angus through a single barrel rum, distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Immunization is a safe and effective way to prevent certain diseases. Every child should be immunized against the following: tuberculosis, hepatitis B, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, Haemophilus influenza type B, polio, mumps, measles, rubella, human papillomavirus. Before immunization, please inform the nurse if your child is or has been ill, is or has been receiving any medication, has a fever or seizures, has any allergies, especially to vaccine products. Is your child vaccination status up to date? Please contact a health center near you. Protect your community.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Social Services in collaboration with UNICEF, PAHO, and Gavi.
The quarterfinals are up. We know who has the gun, and we know it's party time with the Start of Dance this Wednesday, 21st January, the factory on Valley Road, 8:30 p.m. Come and join us for X-Tempo and Sponsors Night. The sponsors going head to head, pound for pound. Who is going to be the ultimate and supreme sponsor for the night? Your guess is as good as mine. Prizes, surprises just for you from our sponsors. Yo, just give me a breaking news. Entrance fee $20 and couples, yes, couples, you heard me right. Couples pay only $30. Couples, come on to Extempo Night. Come twin together, matching outfits and all that. Oh, you know this scene already, boy. And get chances to win prizes all throughout the night. It's the Extempo Sponsors Night and calling all couples. Start on 10th, this Wednesday, 21st January, the factory, 8:30 p.m. So you better be there. Start on 10th, headline sponsored by Big Edge Financial. Also supported by The Factory, Adam Sounds and Light, Central Cooperative, Credit Union, Kyrie FM, Q95 FM, Vibes Radio, MO News, the National Bank of Dominica, Mapao Entertainment Center, Arturo Sports, and Heartline. That's why I say money, money.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Toffee snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
All you, I just meet Goldwyn in Roseau again. Same place outside Flossie's. I tried to dock in, but he had time see me. Well, story start again. Million, lot of my power we got, huh? Fella, I said the same thing you doing, shopping at Flossie's, and you don't have to tell me the same thing you tell me last time because I'm busy. It's to hear him way. You reckon? About my pocket, boy. I won't tell you that I save money in food and drinks when I buy quantity. I save more. Oh, shucks, man. Well, when you're still telling me, I know already. To pack I expect him, why? But it can up pepper palais. I will tell all my friends from London, US and Dominica to come to Flossie's, right next to the Rosa Market. Open Sunday to Saturday. Flossie's can't do it to you. I see Goldwyn shopping for farming supplies, so I ask him, what are you doing inside Bloombox? You have a farm? He tell me, that's how it has sort. I've been married 37 years, look at my money farm. He say, no, not woman, like land for farming crops. And then you understand, Bloombox is the most affordable on island. Knapsacks starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere, it's $300 plus. Cutlass seeds, seeding trays, nursery pots, sales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tool, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill, second property on the right after the Valley Link Road and on the corner of Drury Lane and Hanover Street in Roseau. Bloombox. Let's bloom together.
Again, for those of you who missed it, Jesma Paul has accepted the position as opposition leader after Anthony Charles of Marigot, another independent candidate, wrote the president to give his support. You know, a lot of complaints that the audio was a little low, so I've got production there to kind of biff it up so you'll hear it a little more clearly. Jesma Paul.
We, the independent elected members of Parliament, Honorable Anthony Samora Charles and Honorable Jesma Paul Victor, hereby inform the people of Dominica of our decision concerning the appointment of Honorable Jesma Paul Victor as Leader of the Opposition in the House of Assembly. After careful consideration of the present circumstances facing our country, We exercise our constitutional responsibility to support the appointment of a leader of the opposition. This decision was not taken lightly, nor was it influenced by political allegiance or personal interest. It was guided solely by what we believe to be in the best interest of Dominica at this time. Dominica is currently confronting significant economic and social challenges. In such periods, the effective functioning of democratic institutions is essential. The absence of a formally appointed leader of the opposition would weaken parliamentary oversight and delay critical national processes. Our country cannot afford a prolonged vacancy in this important constitutional office. Our action ensures that Parliament continues to function in accordance with the Constitution. It enables the proper constitution of statutory and constitutional bodies that require consultation with or input from the leader of the opposition. It also facilitates the effective operation of the parliamentary committees and strengthens debates, scrutiny, and accountability in the House of Assembly. Above all, it safeguards the people's rights to representation, transparency, and good governance. We recognize that this decision has generated public discussion and differing opinions. We respect those views. However, leadership sometimes requires difficult decisions that may not be universally understood or immediately accepted. We did not act to advance the interests of any political party. We acted to preserve the integrity and continuity of the parliamentary system. As independent representatives, we are not bound by party affiliation. Our mandate is to serve our constituents and the wider public with honesty, fairness, and independent judgment. Supporting the appointment of a leader of the opposition does not compromise that independence. Rather, it reinforces our commitment to constitutional order and democratic stability. We therefore emphasize that this decision does not align us with any political party. We remain independent in thought, voice, and action. Our loyalty remains firmly with the people we represent and with the principles of accountability, fairness, and national development. This decision was made in good faith and in fulfillment of the responsibility entrusted to us by our constituents and by the Constitution. In times of uncertainty, the national interest must always take precedence. Political differences must never be allowed to weaken the foundations of our democracy. We thank the people of Dominica for their continued trust and assure you that we will continue to act independently, responsibly, and in the best interest of the nation. We thank you.
That was Miss Jasma, the Honorable Jasma Paul, leader of the opposition in Dominica. The first question is somebody's asking, why did it take so long? What was happening behind the scenes? I thought it was supposed to be a shared opposition. These are just questions people are asking, eh? Somebody says, Matt, I thought they had to share the role. Well, that's what they agreed upon. It doesn't sound fair. Well, that's their decision. As I just said, it was a joint decision. And the press you just heard, the statement was a joint statement as well. So it agrees. It looks like Mr. Charles has changed his mind, has agreed to maintain his support for the Honorable Jasma Paul. Good governance and transparency rights tell the opposition leader to nullify some appointments and start over. Let's see how transparency works. Somebody says, Matt, good morning or good afternoon to you. This lady has jokes. After all this time, referring to her as a crook. According to the agreement that she signed, is a power rep for Marigott's turn. Shame on her. Well, like I said, he did agree. He was the one who wrote to the president. You should ask him why. They tried reaching him, but no response just yet. I hope we can get a chance to talk to him and ask him why the change of mind. But it's only a fair question, right?
Matt, he didn't have Mr. Charles didn't have a choice. Greedy. She greedy.
Well, if he's greedy, he would just hold on to that position. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? How are you?
It's not because I'm a woman, but this lady can express herself better than this man. There are many things happening in the land, and this man does not say anything that you feel you can clap your hand to do something about. You understand? But he wants to be there because he feels he wants to be there.
No, but no. Hold on. Before you say he wanted to be there, it was his turn to be there. They agreed that before when they won the election, both of them would serve 2.5 terms. So though he doesn't want to be there, it's his turn to be there.
He said he was able to, but I always said this lady, he should allow the lady to go on, and then he'd be after the lady.
But I suspect you don't understand what you're saying. He did give her a chance to serve for 2.5 years, and when the time came, she did not give him the support. That's the point I'm trying to make to you. So he did give her a chance to serve as opposition leader. The argument is, should she have allowed him to serve? But she did not agree at the end of her 2.5 years. She did not give him the support. That's my point. Thank you very much, 449. It's not about greed here. She did not agree. I mean, I don't know what happened, but Mr. Anthony Charles may have changed his mind. And from what I gather, he said he's been the bigger person because the country needs an opposition. So he agrees to give her the full term. Are you there, caller? Oh, he has agreed.
Yes, Matt, I did.
Oh, you? Yeah.
So the real story is that Tony, they say, they take out glass in Tony's eyes, and Tony realized who was trying to use him, or who used to write things for him and tell him what to say in Parliament and not what to say in Parliament, and why they were trying to manipulate him to control the opposition. His eyes open, he smelled the coffee, he come out of it.
Well, you know something that I don't know, so tell me who was trying to manipulate.
I know.
You know, but you're not sharing that.
But I just share it.
Well, we're looking for transparency. We're looking for names. Who was the person there?
Oh, ask Tony, he might give more details, but I tell you what is the fact.
You know. Oh, boy, trust you. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes. Are you there?
Man.
How are you? Yes.
What? Good afternoon, again, man.
Good afternoon to you. Yes.
Yeah, I trying to wonder, man. I trying to wonder if Tony have advisors who he listening to. Because I know his brain not maybe mature enough, but I trying to wonder who Tony listening to. Because to me as all matter, I didn't much go to school like Tony, but I increased my knowledge on the roadside. And once I would have set it, man, because 2.5 years or how much years gone, this lady is like she's just a monument or whatever. Tony should go and give a try and take some advice from people, but Matt, still, I don't say he's a hungry God, but I don't know if money for us him too, Sometimes you hear the lady about somebody say about greedy, something may be passing, maybe the benefit being more personally to just right this woman. I wouldn't say at gunpoint, but at money point maybe. Why this say?
See, you cannot make an accusation like that if you don't have the facts. But anyway, 4493095, I even read, and I don't normally do that, something from Ma Boyd, and she said the chef said she's happy that Margaret Palrap, Ras Tony, and the Bowie Power Rep Mrs. Victor put their differences aside and came together to end the constitutional crisis that was going on for the past 17 months. She said Ras Tony agreed to support Ms. Victor to continue to serve as opposition leader. The helper said that know how several purchase ministers have vowed not to continue to serve under Tomato Skerrit as leader of Labour. The chief said she was informed and confirmed that Skerrit was trying to use Ras Tony to get his People's Party to Parliament. She said the plan was to get Ras Tony sworn in as the opposition leader. Then for Ras Tony to remove these 2 senators from Marigot and to turn from Bowie and to replace them with Skerrit and 3 others from oh boy. 4493095. That's the my boy interpretation of that, huh? I don't even pay too much attention to that. But anyway, that was shared by my boy. That column there. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. And he said, according to my boy, that he used one dreadlock and dumped the whole conspiracy to get on Skerrit's side. Again, that's mere speculation, huh? Somebody says she sounds like a spoiled child. She cannot be trusted. The Honorable Charles had to do the honorable thing, and she refused to comply with the agreement. But Mr. Charles had to be an adult in the room. Shame on her. Shame on this woman. Now she's addressing everything except she reneging on the agreement. She's untrustworthy. Well, I just told you Tony has decided to give her his support going forward. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? Are you there?
Matt, every day is something.
Every day is something. Every day.
Anyway, could it be that decision on the opposition was made to discredit Mr. Thompson from being labeled as the opposition leader now that he is in Washington, D.C. trying to seek information for us? Thank you.
That's more speculation there. It would be interesting to find out if this was a conditional to deal regarding the appointment of the senators. Well, just recently, the commissioner and deputy commissioner was sworn in. That was a big question at the time. We needed some to consult with the opposition. Everybody was asking the question. Well, there was no opposition to consult with in the first time, or in the first place. Huh? On the telephone, hello, talk to me.
Matt,
Yes.
blessings.
Blessings to you.
That strategy is very, very easy.
Easy?
You know, don't get your minds clouded. What is happening there? Election is going to be called very soon. You see all the evidence of their prime minister building content in terms of visual content, going around making videos of all the projects. Never before have you seen a airport being visited by officials so many times, and they make a big hoopla. Every time they go, it's like a groundbreaking. A tunnel thing, they go for the tunnel. It's like a ceremony for tunnel, a ceremony for terminal, a ceremony for pillar, a ceremony for when the runway finish grid. So all the evidence of election is coming is there. So what it is, he's putting her in place. He's going to finance her campaign independently in the back line. He's going to finance her campaign. He's not going to put waste money on a candidate under the Labour ticket in Salisbury. It makes no economical sense to him. He's going to finance a candidate. He's going to get Sparks John out of the way altogether. And then she's going to become an independent candidate when she wins the seat. Based on the influence of money and finance, he's going to dump loads into Salisbury. And then she's going to align herself with the Labour Party, but still be proclaiming to be independent in the Labour Party. Technically, until such time the dust settles, then she's going to go in as a full member of the Labour Party. Not just what you work. Skerrit is a scientist. It's about psychologic Psychology and political science is not mischief. It is the game. Is the game. The rules of engagement remain the same. You have to stay focused and you have to see the better picture. And that is what Salisbury is a very critical seat for Labour to have their hands on technically. And that is what is going to happen. So mark my words, just watch the science play out.
There's science, there's much speculation. So why, if you're saying that he could use that strategy, why couldn't he use it in Marigot as well and get Tony to support him? Again, that's much speculation, my boy Black Pepper. But somebody might say it's fair comment. I suspect you sent another one. Let's listen again, quickly.
And then he's also going to pump money into Tony independent in Marigot. He's going to withdraw Caressa. He's going to pump money. He's not going to split the votes against the opposition. He's going to capitalize on the numbers. To do that, you must eliminate a Labour representative inside of Marigot, because it's useless again in these two homegrown, home-strong territories of the UWP to pump finances or representative there. So what you do, you stay in the back line, you finance what seemed to be a neutral person in the eyes of Marigotans and people from Salisbury. You get them to get the mandate, and after that, he will book his science. Money run the game, my brother. It's nothing more than money run the game. It is what it is. It's nothing changing of Wilbur Skerrit. You all just get clouded from time to time to see the reality. He maintains his strategy. He doesn't shift from nothing. But you all are the ones shifting on running all over the place with different ways you think. Roosevelt Skerrit is running one strategy for 24 years now.
That's Black Pepper interpretation there. Somebody says Skerrit doesn't need any more seats. Black Pepper. You don't think that Skerrit will be that foolish, somebody says. To call an election now, perhaps it's best Spags run independently to secure that seat. Do you really think Mr. Skerrit, under all that pressure, will call an election right now? Americans are watching. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there? Yes.
Well, Black Pepper give you a story, but Blue Pepper want to tell you
Okay.
that it have nothing to do with Skerrit. Ask Tony, he will tell you the last he come out in his eyes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You seem to know something you're not telling me, my friend. 152. I'll call you quietly and then you'll share that story with me. Hello, talk to me on the telephone 449-3095, 449-3096. More telephone calls at this time. Are you there, caller? Yes? Sorry. Try again. Are you there, caller? Are you? Yes?
Yes, not. I just come in and I hear you on that topic there.
Yes.
They can do what they want. I not voting again. I don't know nothing about election.
Why are you not voting? Why are you not voting?
Huh?
Why are you not voting?
Not too much role, and I not in those things. You take it.
Thank you. All right. Hello. It's a constitutional right. You know, you cannot participate in all kind of debates if you're not voting. You know. While to ignore this political strategy is not to be in the game. Now this guy is talking BS. Salisbury is not for sale. On the telephone, hello, talk to me. Yes.
Mark.
Yes, sir. You're back. You're back again. Hello, talk. Yes.
Somebody today says that this man receive money. Matt, I want to make it clear because I can't take lawsuits. I say it might be money Tony might receive. I wonder if police can arrest him for that. It might be money Tony received, Tony Charles, to write a lady and humble and bow. And this Black Pepper there, it's good to think, but I don't know, he may be thinking too much. Because we're scared more checking on him, keeping out of jail. You know that?
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, I just want to tell you, I never see you receive it, but I know them. Because money pass already, money that revive them. All right. Okay.
All right. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Matt.
Yes.
The political strategy Black Pepper explained to you there is already in effect. Some people might think it's far-fetched. It's already in effect. Have a good day.
All right, thank you very much. You're talking to Jasmine, Paul, and Tony is falling for some trap. What you say, that they will be supporting the Labour Party. But do you think Skerrit really needs more seats? On the telephone, hello, talk to me. Yes? Uh-huh. Are you there, caller? Yes? Oh, sorry, missed that.
Not good day. How are you today? What the Labour Party is doing now, the financing Jesma Paul, hoping that she wins, which she cannot win. She cannot win in Salisbury, never in her life again. She cannot win. So they're hoping to finance her and do certain things, hoping that she will be a candidate, independent candidate, and then she might switch to Labour. But that is a no-no in Salisbury, a no-no. No, she's not candidate material at this time. Thank you very much.
The voice from Salisbury, Ned, Councillor Ned. Somebody speculates again, Tony may have crossed, followed by Jasmine. That's a lot of speculation. Please tell this caller that the people of Salisbury are not for sale. Jasmine this time is a non-entity in Salisbury. We the people will never forget what we suffered at the hands of Skerrit. The Labour Party are now shame on Jasmine. On the telephone, 157, hello, talk to me, yes? Uh-huh.
Hey, good afternoon, Matt.
Yes, good afternoon to you.
Matt, years ago when Leonard Clinton was in Antigua, he made a statement that Antigua is a journalist paradise. You cannot live long on one issue. You come in today, there's one. Tomorrow you come back, there's another one. And Dominica is just like that now. Real journalist paradise. Today is one topic, tomorrow is another one. The things are coming hot. Right? Now, as you relate to that Jesma Paul and Anthony Charles issue, if Jesus Christ comes and tells me that Skerrit didn't have a hand, I'll not believe. Because I don't know what Jesus Christ looks like. I've never seen him. So I'm not going to, that's how convinced I am that Skerrit had a hand in that. And he's using somebody, he's manipulating somebody somewhere. Let's not forget that Anthony Charles won on the UWP vote Marigot. And when the people were campaigning, when we were protesting outside Parliament, he said, they are not his people, they are not his friends. Right? So the only way you can do that is if you change allegiance, you switch allegiance. So I don't know where Joshua is heading to, but I get the distinct impression that Anthony Charles is using Joshua to get to remain in bed with the Labour Party, and Joshua should look very closely at that. But having said that, Joshua should look closely at that. I think Thompson Fontaine also needs to look closely at Joshua. I think it's high time that they bring Joshua back into the fold. Joshua is a UWP to the fold. Bring him back, consolidate the party, strengthen the party, and be prepared to take down the Labour Party. All of those little parties and those independent candidates and this and that, not they're just weakening the UWP, strengthening the Labour Party, and if they continue, we will have this corrupt regime on our back for the next indefinite time. Let me tell you, even if anybody takes over from Skerrit will be in the background pulling the strings. In Guyana, we have a president, but the real man is the former president. He's the one pulling the strings. Right? Barajadio, he's the one pulling the strings. And we're going to have the same thing in Dominica. If the people do not get their act together, Skerrit will sit in the background, pull the strings, have the ministers like Papicho. Already he's told us none of them capable of taking over from him. So if he hands over to one of them, hopefully it's not Dimitri, if he hands over to one of them, he will sit in the background and pull in the strings, and we will be just living in Dominica under the was that country that just had election there, an old man who can't walk there? Uganda. We're building Dominica like Uganda forming the fold. Okay? The Dominicans need to get their act together. get consolidated strength on one party to take rid of Labour Party. Not all them splinter party without ideology. Right?
All right, caller, thank you very much. Let's take a voice note there again in the afternoon. This is Q. This is the Talk on the Block.
Matt, it's me, Bonaparte. Listen, you guys have been without an opposition for what? Almost 2 years?
17
Or
months.
3 years? You have an opposition now. Whether it's what you want or what you don't want, there is an opposition right now. And based on what she's saying, she's talking about the condition that Dominica is in right now. You need an opposition, okay? Whether you guys like how it is done or not, this is not important. You guys always tend to, just talk about the things that are not really significant at this time. You were without an opposition. Now you have one. Does it really make a difference? Because you did not have one. Stop thinking about what Skerrit is going to do. Stop thinking about what Skerrit is doing. Look, I hear this is somebody says Skerrit is a scientist. You guys give give Skerrit too much credit. This is not about Skerrit. This is about the citizens of Dominica. What kind of scientists are the citizens of Dominica? This is the most important question. Okay? Skerrit is able to do what he is doing, not because he's no scientist, or I hear people talk about psychology. What, psychology for dummies? It's about the people. At the end of the day, the people have the power. And if you are telling me you have doctors, lawyers, magistrates, you have teachers, you have nurses, you have business owners, okay? You have all kinds of scientists and all kinds of PhDs in Dominica. And people are going to sit there and realize what is happening to Dominica nationally, regionally, and internationally. And you're going to sit there and see that you do not need a change of governance, then something is definitely wrong. You all get what you deserve. I'm just saying that this afternoon. That's just what it is. I'm just saying, have a good day, everybody. Take care, bye-bye.
A long time, somebody's alleging here that Anthony Charles went to Labour, and my friend told me Jasma can never win in Salisbury again. Different views, huh?
I see Golo in shopping for farming supplies. So I ask him, what are you doing inside Bloomberg? Do you have a farm? He tells me, that's how tell sort. I've been married 37 years. Look at my money farm. They say, no, not woman. Like land for farming crops. And then you understand, Bloomberg is the most affordable on island. Not that. Starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere, it's $300 plus. Cutlass seeds, seeding trays, nursery pots, bales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tool, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill. Second property on the right after the Valley Link Road and on the corner of Drury Lane and Hanover Street in Rosal. Bloombox. Let's bloom together.
The quarterfinals are up. We know who has advanced. And right now it's party time with the Stardom Dance this Wednesday, 21st January. The factory on Valley Road, 8:30 p.m. Come and join us for X-Tempo and Sponsors Night. The sponsors going head to head, pound for pound. Who is going to be the ultimate and supreme sponsor for the night? Your guess is as good as mine. Prizes, surprises just for you from our sponsors. Yo, hold the music, boss. Luke Dangleman just give me a breaking news. Entrance fee $20 and couples, yes, Couples, you heard me right. Couples pay only $30. Couples, come on to Extempo Night. Come twin together, matching outfits and all that. All you know this scene already, boy. And get chances to win prizes all throughout the night. It's the Extempo Sponsors Night. And calling all couples, Stardom 10 this Wednesday, 21st January, The Factory. 8:30 p.m. Go, you better be here. Stardom 10, headline sponsored by Big Edge Financial. Also supported by The Factory, Adam Sounds and Lights, Central Cooperative, Credit Union, Kyrie FM, Q95 FM, Vibes Radio, MO News, the National Bank of Dominica, Mapao Entertainment Center, Arturo Sports, and Hardline.
That's why I say money. All you, I just meet Goldwyn in Roseau again. Same place outside Flossie's. I tried to dock in, but you had time see me. Well, story start again. Million, lot of my power we got, huh? Talk fella. I said the same thing you doing, shopping at Flossie's, and you don't have to tell me the same thing you tell me last time because I busy. It's to hear him way. You reckon? About my pocket, boy. I won't tell you that I save money in food and drinks when I buy quantity. I save more. Oh, shucks, man. Well, when you're still telling me, I know already. To pack I expect him, why? But it could my pepper palais. I will tell all my friends from London, US and Dominica to come to Flossie's, right next to the Rosa Market. Open Sunday to Saturday. Flossie's can't do it to you.
Fresh market. When money doesn't count and the money doesn't hurt you. Fresh market. We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. We're all in stock. Supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily. Hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh market, your one stop. Everybody that comes and your pocket that hurts you. Fresh market, somebody to my day. Fresh market.
Interesting times. 2:08 is the afternoon time. Hello, talk to me, yes?
My beloved brother, blessings.
Blessings to you, blessings.
Matt, I want you to listen to me carefully. Matt, I respect every man's opinion and his point of view. Matt, long time I used to say, I know I thought already, I don't go to school, I'm an illiterate, and people tell me I turn them off, Matt, when I say those things there. Matt, I am nothing and I am everything, because out of nothing comes all things. In the beginning was nothing. Matt, there is something, Bob Marley sang something, Ambush in the Night, and it's a true political strategy. They keep us hungry, and when we're gonna get some food, your brother got to be your enemy. Well, Matt, you know that song they're good.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not asking you to play it, but I just give you a line of it, Matt. Matt, people do not understand political strategy. It might be A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3, but it's psychology. All of us are hungry. And the criminals who stole our billions, Matt, they're pushing us on the chessboard. And the unobserving eyes, Matt, will not be able to conclude the game that is being run on Dominica. Not everybody is a suspect to me, because I understand the political strategy and the ABC psychology. Nothing escaped those criminals, them. All you think is that alone, that thinking, what they call in our prime minister, the Chinese, Peter Wickams, Anthony Hayden, Ashley Henry, all of them, Matt, these people are brainstorming. You have lawyers, you have all great minds. They're feeding on all your ignorance in Dominica. And when people talk, we figure out, oh, all you this, all you that. Oh, it's not this, oh, it's not that. I have no monopoly on anything, Matt. So what I'm saying is just, Matt, you know, when you like to play the disclaimer, what was just said is just blessings on his big mouth. That doesn't mean he have nothing. Do not take me seriously. Do not listen to me. Listen to the ticking of time. How we go, Matt? Tick tock, Matt. So what is happening in Dominica is not coincidental. It's not accidental. It's by design. And they have us right when the same psychology, Mia Motley, Gaston Brown, every clown in the world is using psychology on the people. Now, I just passed into them at a while I haven't passed there. I see them break how much old houses, Matt. A fella tell me, oh, they say they're going to build houses for people. Matt, you know, elections are around the corner. Even if 10 years, 20 years pass, since they're still there, house never built. But guess what? They're going to build houses, or they might just get the Chinese to come and work in St. Joe. Leave it Mason again, no, Matt St. Joe dead. The game that is being run on us, Matt, we are being phased out and we are not even seeing it by the Chinese and all of them. They don't want us here because they want to mine the whole of Dominica for the rare earth material or minerals. And guess what? We are here just making noise if one. Oh, Jasma. Oh, what's the fella name from Marigot, Matt?
Anthony Charles.
Anthony Charles. Oh, it's Thompson. Oh, it's that, Matt. Everybody to me is a suspect. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. 449-3095. Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back. I'm actually trying to get to Thompson, who's now in Washington, and no luck just yet. We'll try our very best.
To you with the opening of DoIt Center Express, conveniently located on Cork Street, right next to Fresh Market. Get all your home improvement essentials fast with everything from tools and paints to home decor and more. Plus, enjoy the same great service you know and trust. Now, just a quick stop in the city. Visit us today at DoIt Center Express, your partner in home improvement. Now, closer than ever.
Fresh Market, when money don't count and money don't hurt you. Fresh Market, right there.
We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. Well stocked supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh Market, your one stop.
When your money don't count and your pocket don't hurt you. Fresh Market, never did a white day. Fresh Market.
All right, Dominica, we're back. This is the Talk on the Block. Somebody just reminded me that I should look for that insert when the Prime Minister had just a short while ago with this Grenadian journalist there. This.
Prime Minister, about 2 years ago or so, when you won again, I was on a program with you where you were being interviewed, and you said that this was going to be a halfway sort of thing. You weren't going the full 5 years. You're halfway there. What's happening next? What's happening next with Roosevelt Skerrit as Prime Minister of Dominica?
Yes. I ask myself a question. I ask myself the same question all the time, you know.
Let's answer it today.
Yeah. Yes. The party has asked me to whenever I'm asked a question that I should refer that question to the executive of the party. So I will defer the answer to the president of the Democratic Labour Party, Ambassador Nanton.
Is it that in the current space of the Dominica Labour Party, there is absolutely no one who can succeed Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit as the leader of the Dominica Labour Party at this time? Are you saying there's no one to succeed him?
Most definitely, there are other.
Are you holding him hostage?
No. Most definitely, there are other people who can lead Labour. But Prime Minister Skerrit, he has an insatiable appetite to serve, and that is the strength of the Prime Minister. He is not interested in being in power. He's not interested in the accolades. He's interested to serve. I have not seen anybody else in the Caribbean.
Yet, Mr. Nanton, he remains in power after saying that he would give it up.
Yeah, because the people have asked him to lead us.
All right, so that was Mr. Nanton and the Prime Minister in an interview recent time. The people have asked him to lead us. Mr. Nanton, can you identify anybody within the structure of the Labour Party that would be able to take over Mr. Roosevelt Skerrit? Just an honest question. Just an honest question. More issues. Hello, talk to me. Yes, for Mr. Nanton, the question is, can you or anybody within the Labour Party structure, the executive, highlight or name one person that would be able to lead the Labour Party in the next general elections? Give Labour 20 more years of corruption and we'll have a better Dominica. Geothermal, airport and seaports, hospital, too much road networks, etc., etc. I'll give you an update. The last one I heard there from the Ras Nasio is still standing in Debois. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Matt,
Yes, how are you?
not afternoon.
Afternoon.
Matt, this morning I tell you, when is they that put their leg, but they that put scary, they themselves that put take him out. It's just a matter of time. Because one will turn against the other, yes, no. It's just a matter of time. So what they say, it's not scary. Who? Where they get that from? It's just a matter of time. So what? They put him in there. Because the people that say the people get up put him there, don't worry. They themselves have to take their own hand and take him out. Bye-bye.
Oh, you're serious about that? They themselves will take him out. Let me compare and contrast a voice note from the president of Uganda, who's been in power for 40 years. It appears that power is sweet, huh? He's the president. His mother is the Minister of Education. His son is Chief Minister of Defense. And his daughter is the governor of the central bank. Let me allow you to listen to this Ugandan president in power for 40 years. 40 years.
If I'm available, not dead, not senile, but I'm still around, and I have some knowledge. If you are really serious about your country, why would you not want to take advantage of me if I'm still able?
I mean, what do you think of the young people who do want change, who want someone else to govern? Do you think that that's not sensible? That was what you wanted as a rebel leader.
No, me, I did not. I was actually dying to work with old people because we needed them. Unless you are not serious, these problems are big problems. And if you have got a big problem, the more hands, the better.
Youth unemployment, it's still very high. And young people feel like they need more opportunities. And when an internet shutdown happens, they feel repressed, they feel silenced because the internet is a tool of the youth. What are you offering them substantially over the next 5 years?
We are the ones who built the internet, the one you are talking about. We are the ones who built it. So the shutting it down is because of dealing with criminals who want to use that infrastructure to destabilize our country. It is temporary, it is short term. But we're the ones who built the internet.
Do you believe there hasn't been a single candidate that could take your place in the last 6 election cycles?
They cannot. They would have been elected if they were there. They were not elected.
I mean, every election since 1996 has been marred by accusations of rigging, of repression, of crushing opposition and voices of dissent.
The only people who rig are the opposition. It is not us.
Then they would have won if they'd rigged it.
They are not able to, because we are so popular that even if they rig, they can't manage to overturn defeat us. We are so popular.
President Museveni, I want to ask you about your main contender, Bobby Wine. Your government has targeted him quite aggressively since 2018. Why? What threat does he pose to Uganda?
Bobby Wine breaks the law. That's why he's. There are other people in opposition. You don't find having problems with them. But if you take each case, you'll find that he's breaking the law.
But why the violence? Why the violence from your security forces?
It is Bobby Wine who is violent.
I mean, his supporters have been beaten with batons. One has been shot in the head.
The beating was a mistake. But the Bobby Wine, you see, for these towns here are quite crowded. So we don't encourage processions or rallies in the towns, in the streets.
You ruled Uganda for half your life. Are you planning to rule for the rest of your life?
That is for the people to decide.
All right. For the people to decide. Imagine that. Leading a country for 40 years. Oppressing the opposition. 449-3095-9697. Dominic over here is 223. Just thought I would share that with you. You send something similar? Hello, talk to me. Yes, it's the afternoon time. Good afternoon to you.
You remember the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Basasa, said that CARICOM is a boys' club.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, it's the whole thing, a family affair. The fella in Trinidad, the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, his wife, involved. She's a minister in Jamaica, Holness, wife. He is the Speaker of House in Dominica. So it's a club. All of them is just a club. And that is why I stand with the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago to let's get rid of all them fellas there. That is pure corruption, my brother. Pure corruption. And then December now, they come in for truck and give everybody ham. They come in and give us ham and turkey. What wrong with Dominicans, my brother? Dominicans need to get serious because that's madness.
All right, somebody says Skerrit cannot go now because, let me read that statement, because they put him there, need to be able to continue to manipulate him for his benefits. So you mean people went him there because they want to manipulate him for benefits. Hello, on the telephone, 449-3095-96 and 97. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes? Uh-oh, sorry about that. Somebody says, Matt, it's actually a family business. Locally, over 13 members of the McIntyre family and other affiliates work in the public service as we speak. Let's take a phone call. Are you there? Yes? Uh-huh.
You can recall I told you the other day, Matt, how these criminals operate. They put a pail of balls, couple feet in the air, and they tell you go under it. And if you catch one ball, they're going to drop all of them one time, Matt. And if you catch one ball, you're going to get $1 million.
Really?
My balls hitting you all in your face, all in your balls, all in your eyes, on your head. They falling in your hand, they bouncing, they go in there, and it's soft balls, Matt. Like them tennis balls or something, and you're never catching a ball. They're deliberately creating several controversies. Matt come in there, we give Matt lip. We Matt did it. Why you don't continue on this one? Why you not talking about that? And Matt, why you not talking about pure confusion? You mean the president or the accident or the coincidence? Is it a coincidence, a president, an accident? Have nothing to do with Richard Anthony Charles. The crime minister have nothing to do with that. All the other great brainstorming and think tanks they have nothing to do with the timing of writing to the accident they call the president for Jasmine Paul to be confirmed as an opposition leader. It's not that same man that say we do not need an opposition leader, an opposition man.
Mm-hmm.
He said paying money to opposition is like throwing money in a ravine. That's a dictator. Go in parliament and tell you, you're too free. For 3 times decided for emphasis in the parliament, the highest court. Yes, Madam Speaker, this country is too free. Go to hell is not your done business. No law, no constitution. You telling me it's a coincidence? Look, I tell you, they're breaking several old houses in St. Joe. They're promising to build. And guess what, Matt? All of a sudden, Broome election is around the corner because he's at his lowest point right now. He's clutching at straws as a drowning man, Matt, in the intoxication and inebriation of power. He's intoxicated, Matt. So guess what? In his survival mood right now, Matt, he will do anything and he will bribe all those who are willing to take his bribe. Not me. You can't bribe me with my own money. It's that way, you know, so I can't say it. Matt, I am telling you, we're in trouble. And the more we sit down there in our fragmentation, Joshua there, Thompson there, Lennox there, Bosso there, Bosso say, oh, it's not about Bashir, and everybody seems to be at sea, Matt. But give so much people so much make we, but Matt, let me leave your radio station alone.
All right, caller, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're going to turn our attention here to one man who keeps standing, and I think he's still standing at the Bosch. I had a chance to speak with him on Friday, Nasio Fontaine. And this is what he had to say when I asked him, why did he start this movement? Nasio.
Well, it was never really up to me to start any movement. I had no plan to start any movement. And I still don't even believe you say me start a movement. But the movement is of the people. It's always of the people. Ancestors sent me here. And the ancestors promised me and told me, we will be here with you. So I took up my wife and I talked to my brother, Dr. Pascal. And we decided, well, yes, we will come to this place. And we have been here from Monday gone until now. Only try know how longer we have to stay here. And we are willing to be here every day.
What is the end game, end objective?
No, we don't know, man. The end game is with your oppressor because we're going to stand until, because we have called upon the people to rise. Some might interpret it, we're calling them to rise with this or that or do this and that. Rising means wake up from your sleepless slumber and recognize that this is your country that is being taken away from you, being stolen and being ravaged. And you have no choice to say anything. You must say yes to everything. We are saying, no, this is our country, and we will rise and stand for it.
Of course, a lot of people have been saying, well, Nasio as a reggae sensation, a reggae superstar, you shall approach the Prime Minister if you wanted to talk about it.
My brother, watch me now, man. I don't have obligation to nothing. I don't have no obligation to approach anyone. My obligation is to stand up. My duty, man, is to stand up for my country. I don't care who vex, and I don't care who want to say anything differently, because them things don't really bother me. Right now, anyone who wants to approach me and say, hey, we would like to talk to you guys about that. But anyone who wants to come talk to me, the first option would be, if you want to talk, the first thing you must stop this shit that is happening right now. The objective, the mission, the movement is to stop this. We don't care what it takes. You have heard me repeat it, I'll say it again. If it take our lives, if it take our blood, if it take us to prison, if it take us to any situation, it's all right. Dominica, you must know that we are asking you to stand up, to defend your country. Like I told you before, Dominica supplied us with safety, with food, with clean air, clean water. It grew us up until I become who I am, like many of us become who we are. And this time, we cannot afford anyone who call themselves politicians to come tell us, like we don't have no voice or we don't have no choice to say, we don't want this or we don't want that. They must understand the voice of the people is more powerful than them who's in power.
And your voice, I suspect, can make international waves. I've been told that even the Times newspaper, Times magazine, was there this morning.
Yeah, well, you see, Matt, the earth right now is not like our forefathers' time, you know. We have what they call social media, and we have people like you on the radio. So it's all over the world. We came here, people took footages, sent it out, because the world need to know. The world need to know and to see and understand. Because as you can see presently, you mad person can see with your own eyes. Them say there is a stoppage by certain order of the court. But as you can see, machines are running. You can see with your own eyes. Them are working. I don't know what them are doing, what them trying to do. But we as a people cannot sit. Because number one, this is illegal. In my viewpoint, it's illegal because you know, and every one of us know that we don't get them and don't have no permit to do this and to do that. You cannot bypass the people. You cannot bypass the institutions. You cannot think, say, well, you're dealing with some foreign entity and you can just run over with. No, you don't. It's high time that we make everyone overstand. Politician, church leader, thief, ruler, everyone, that we're not going to take it. The world is paying attention and the world knows and understands. And that is what we want. We want the world to see we have no M16, we have no AR-15s, we have no bow and arrow. I don't even have a stick in my hand right now. We are saying the world needs to see that the people of Dominica are saying to our government, we need to stop what is going on. And they want to resist and say, no. We are saying, you will stop. By any means necessary, you will stop.
You're not moving from here until it's stopped.
My brother, watch me now. Me in my country, you know. I am in Dominica, you know. I am home, you know. I can sleep here, I can get up. You have no problem. We are saying to the people, the government you elected, or who selected themselves, you employ them. You pay their salaries. We need to start thinking like that. So, if you must employ a man to work for you, he can't be greater than you because you employ him. So the leaders must stop their egomaniac ways and start listening to what the people start saying. Yo, man, we're not fighting for politics right now. You can see the destruction. We are fighting here. Dominica. Because right now, brother, if a man is telling me that, oh, you're going to build a 5-bedroom house, and when you finish building the house, you're going to destroy the house to make a yard, then you're an idiot. You must be a fool to want to destroy the house that you built to make a yard. Dominica will give us everything. We owe allegiance to Dominica, not to no political party.
No, I'm looking at the destruction taking place, and I'm asking myself, I've asked this many times, if we're promoting ourselves as the nature island of Dominica, why are we doing this?
Well, my brother, you said it brilliantly. Now, hear the other vibe again. We say, all them said, hills and mountains, rivers and valleys. Hills and mountains. So we might have been a little backward or back to front, but we're talking about our hills and valleys and our rivers and our mountains. So what we will have to end up doing, we will have to end up changing the stanzas of the national anthem, because we are right now destroying the hills and the valleys and the river and the valleys and the mountain and everything we have. So we cannot have it both ways. We say we promote tourism, nature island, and the people of Dominica. If you don't stand up to change this, then you will have to discard the name Nature Island and find a new name for whatever you want to call it. Because we call it white Kubuli. Because if you don't want to protect Nature Island, then it will become a pile of rubble owned by Chinese and some other foreign entities. Stand to blood clots. Stand up.
You know, finally, Nasir, I spoke to the Prime Minister last evening. He basically saying that he has spoken to the experts, these experts, and saying this is the best place to find the rock.
But let me tell you something. You see, if you're stuck in a mud, and you try to wiggle your way out, you might get stuck worse. You cannot try to wiggle your way out of lies and deceit. And that is why I have no respect for no one who don't want to come with the truth. You must come with the truth. When you come with the truth, the people might understand you and the people might forgive you and find out what to deal with you. But don't tell me about your experts, because if you had experts, then you would have them in the first place. So we wouldn't have to deal with that right now. You understand, I show you? Yeah, man.
He did not come with a sword. He did not arrive with stones or fire. He came only with a voice, trembling, melodic, righteous, and for that alone, the arrows were drawn.
This thing has to stop.
In a land kissed by rain and crowned with green hills, where rivers speak the language of ancestors and mountains stand like ancient witnesses, a singer dared to say no. No to greed. No to desecration. No to the tearing open of sacred earth for profit. And because he spoke, they came for him, not with chains, but with tongues sharpened like knives. This is the story of Nasio Fontaine, reggae artist, cultural son of Dominica, and reluctant martyr in the modern struggle between nature and industry, between conscience and convenience, between the voice of the people and the roar of power. My name is Ras Dennis, and you're watching Reggae Gist Extra, your #1 source for music, facts, and culture.
Every smile in your face, I wanna get you up on your track. Every smile in your face.
Born Giscard St. Louis, known to the world as Nasio Fontaine, he emerged from Dominica not merely as an entertainer, but as a messenger. His music carried the weight of roots reggae, slow-burning, meditative, unapologetically conscious. From early on, Nasio's songs did not beg for radio spins. They demanded reflection. His lyrics spoke of African identity, environmental stewardship, spiritual awakening, and justice for the forgotten. In the reggae tradition of prophets before him, Marley, Burning Spear, Culture, Nasio understood that the microphone is not a toy. It is a trumpet. And trumpets, once blown, awaken both angels and enemies. For decades, he toured the world quietly, humbly, spreading Dominica's name far beyond its shores. He performed in Europe, Africa, and the Americas, often returning home to invest time, energy, and mentorship into his community. He was never loud in politics until the land itself cried out.
Get you up on your track.
Two branches, a name that sounds gentle, almost biblical. 2 branches, 1 river, 1 land. But beneath its serene beauty lay a looming threat, proposed mining operations that critics feared would scar the mountain, poison waterways, and disrupt fragile ecosystems and communities. To some, it was development. To others, it was desecration. And to Nasio Fontaine, it was a line that could not be crossed. When he publicly voiced opposition to the mining project, he did so not as a politician, but as a son of the soil. He stood with environmental advocates, community members, and independent media voices, warning that once the mountain is destroyed, no amount of money can resurrect it. He spoke of rivers as lifelines, not resources. Of land as inheritance, not merchandise. But in doing so, he unknowingly stepped into the fire. The response was swift. The response was vicious. The response was telling. Suddenly, Nasio was no longer just a reggae artist. He became a target. Online attacks erupted. His motives were questioned. His character dragged. His patriotism doubted. Some accused him of standing in the way of progress. Others implied he should stick to music. The same voice once celebrated for uplifting Dominica abroad was now treated by some as a traitor at home. It was not a physical beating, no blood spilled in the streets, but make no mistake, character assassination is still violence. To be vilified for defending your homeland is a special kind of crucifixion. Friends and supporters rose to his defense, describing the assault on his reputation as deeply shameful, a grim reminder of how quickly a society can turn on its truth-tellers. And like many prophets before him, Nassio stood almost alone, bearing the weight of conscience in a crowd intoxicated by promise and profit. What made the ordeal even more painful was Nassio's nature. He is not a man of confrontation. Those who know him describe him as soft-spoken, spiritual, introspective. His rebellion has always been musical, not militant. Yet history has shown time and again that even the gentlest voices become threats when they refuse to bow. In small island nations especially, where politics, business, and community are tightly interwoven, dissent is dangerous. To speak against powerful interests is to risk isolation. And Nassio knew this, but he spoke anyway. Because silence, to him, would have been betrayal.
I think down my musical dub selection box. Find this one to renew. Original Betcha Man Caloni, the no stranger.
Today, Nassio Fontaine continues to walk his path, not with noise, not with bitterness, but with the steady, disciplined footsteps of a man who has already counted the cost of truth and paid it in full. His presence may be quieter now, less entangled in the daily quarrels of politics and profit, yet it is no less powerful. Like a river that flows beneath the earth, unseen but unstoppable, his mission endures. He remains deeply involved in music, cultural preservation, and environmental consciousness, choosing his moments carefully, understanding that words spoken with intention carry more weight than shouts cast into chaos. He continues to represent Dominica on international stages, where his voice is not mocked or maligned, but revered, welcomed as the sound of a people's memory and a land's heartbeat. Abroad, his message is understood for what it is, not obstruction, but protection, not rebellion, but responsibility. In those spaces, Nassio is not treated as a problem to be managed, but as a cultural ambassador, carrying the spiritual DNA of his island to audiences who recognize the sacred bond between art, land, and identity. More than an artist, Nassio Fontaine has become a symbol, a living testimony of what it truly costs to stand upright in an age that rewards silence and obedience. His story exposes an uncomfortable truth, that courage often comes with isolation, and that integrity rarely travels with applause. Yet he did not bend. He did not recant. He did not apologize. He did not sell his silence for comfort or convenience. In a world where many trade conviction for acceptance, his refusal to do so stands as quiet defiance. And so the questions linger in the air, heavy and unanswered. When the mountain is gone, who will sing for it? When the river runs bitter, who will drink gold and call it progress? And when the artists are silenced one by one, who will sound the alarm before it is too late? Nassio Fontaine chose the harder road, the ancient road walked by prophets, griots, and sentinels of truth. He chose the road of the watchman on the wall, where the duty is not to be loved, but to warn, not to be rewarded, but to remain faithful. History, as it always does, has been cruel to such men in their own time. They are doubted, dismissed, and bruised while they live, only to be vindicated long after the damage is done. But time has a way of sorting truth from noise. Long after the machines rust. Long after the contracts expire. Long after the echoes of insults fade into dust. The song will remain, rising from the soil, carried by the wind, echoing through valleys yet untouched. And when future generations ask who tried to warn them, one name will still be humming in the silence. Nassio Fontaine. That's it for this episode. You've been watching Reggae Gist Extra, where we bring you the untold stories behind the music, the legends, and the culture we love. Don't forget to subscribe.
A big documentary there on Nassio. Nassio is getting international recognition there. The Times newspaper actually had an interview. I think he made reference to that when we spoke. So this story is getting big international attention. So once the story is out, Dominica will get more attention. Maybe for the wrong reasons. But we'll be out there. The name of that documentary there, this one we just presented, is Why Nasir Fontaine Was Attacked for Speaking Out. You can go to YouTube and put that in, Why Nasir Fontaine Was Attacked for Speaking Out. Nasir Fontaine's voice rose for the land, and suddenly the silence turned hostile. Before you go, I just wanted you to listen to another voice that one of the many voices that stood there on Friday. And maybe we plan to get back there with the organizers. And there are many people willing to sponsor buses to get to support Nasir Fontaine. But he's there as we speak. So he continues to speak out. And if you're one of the voices, give me a call. Trying to gather some names to go join Nasir Fontaine. Let's take a phone call. Are you there, caller? Yes?
Yeah, just quickly, Matt.
Yes,
Matt,
sir.
I have no great burning desire to be hated, nor addictive urges to be loved. Though they are both happening simultaneously, and I give thanks. Life is about balance, Matt. Just not to find yourself on the wrong side of the scale. Matt, if not for this treacherous, hypocritical, and pretentious attitude of a lot of us in Dominica. Matt, hypocritical, pretentious, and treacherous. Treacherous simply means betrayal. A lot of us are betraying the cause, Matt. And when you think they stand on your side, Matt, they have a dagger in your back. And I just want to be speaking the naked truth, Matt, not even underwear on. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's listen to another voice that stood there on Friday before we wrap it up.
Matt, I am standing. Of course I'm standing. I think it's just a natural expectation. For anyone who knows me, it's just a thing to do. How can I stand here and see what is the destruction, the massive destruction that is taking place in my beautiful country, the country we call Nature Island? Let us understand, no one has disputed that name we've been using, the Nature Island, because everyone who came, who visited Dominica, they understood why it was called the Nature Island. Green, beautiful, our mountains. Yes, we are not all flat, but it's beautiful, it's wonderful, fresh water, and all the wonderful things that you would look for in a dream island, so to speak. And so to stand back and hear what was happening, I had to come to see for myself. And that I want to urge Dominicans, all of you. Yes, this is a movement started all credit to Nasir Fontaine and the rest of the original crew. Ivy, that's correct. And I have to say it was a very good thing that was done. Sometimes it takes one or two to stand. As they tell us, still water runs deep. So I know that hundreds of people have been here standing. But you know what is even more significant, Matt? It is the number of passersby who take the time to stop, to offer to stand in solidarity with those of us who are standing here, because we have to understand this is Day Wash in the heights, in the middle of nowhere, as we used to say. So those of us who have the wherewithal to come here, I urge us to come out here. This is 1 week that has been gone, Matt, and I think we don't know how long it's going to be. I am very happy to see. I'm just saying, we're going to keep standing. I am happy I will stand in solidarity with Nasir because I have good reasons to stand. I am standing, not for me, I like to say, at my age, I don't have to worry much about anything else, but I'm standing for my children, my grandchildren. My children are fortunate. They're okay. But my grandchildren, I am standing for my grandchildren today. I just had a daughter who just started university. What am I going to do? Stand here and tell her, well, your granddaddy is afraid to come and stand in his country for what is right? No. That is inexcusable. And so I have to do what I am doing, and I am urging every Dominican. You say you love Dominica? Don't just say you love Dominica. Show that you love Dominica. Your presence here next week, or even how many weeks it's going to take, but your presence here, it's a commitment to your country to ensure that Dominica remains what we grew up knowing it to be. A pristine, green, lovely, beautiful place that everybody who comes falls in love with. So people like us, Matt, we have to stand. Matt, I have great admiration for a guy like you who has stayed here in Dominica. This is your home. And Matt, I left Dominica for some time at 19. But I am very happy that I have never lost touch with my country. And this is why, even at this stage, Dominica still remains home. And I will always stand for Dominica. I urge those of you, all of you out there, join in this. It's a fight. It's a fight for our country. It's a fight not just for the economics. I know we've stood for economics. We have stood for electoral reform. We have stood for all kinds of stuff. But you see this one right now? It is something that we have to stand for. We have to stand with each other so that what is going on here, Matt, it ends. It is total destruction. Total destruction. Destruction like I have never seen in my lifetime that is man-made. Matt, when you look at what is happening here, I'm amazed after what you see here. I am amazed. I am amazed that we can have in today's day and age that a government can have people come with machinery and just destroy such a large part, a large mountain, and they have all the dirt just all over the place. This is a place that's rainy. I guarantee you, if the rainy season, if we have 2 weeks of rain, which is not abnormal for Dominica, if we have 2 weeks of rain in this particular area, Daybush area, it's a rainy area. I know a lot of you that are at home, you will not even be able to pass here because the amount of debris and all that loose dirt that is all over the place. That wall will hold back. That wall is not high enough to hold it back, not at all. And Matt, I'm glad you brought a wall. That wall is not intended to hold this thing back. Look at the machinery. The machinery is lined the wall. Like, this is where they have all the machinery. You believe that wall, if that wall was just for dirt, if all the machinery was there, right, if we have 2 weeks of rain, they might not even be able to recover some of those machinery. So really and truly, but what this wall, I am amazed by with this wall, this is a wall that is reinforced. Massive. I'm looking at the widest part of it, and looking at it that the widest part of that wall, a retaining wall, looks like about 4 feet. That's the widest part of it. And the smallest part of it from where I stand here looks like it's about 10 inches. That's a massive wall for what is supposed to be temporary. You see that they're using this massive excavator to be able to pick up the stones to build the stone wall that we're seeing here, the retaining stone wall in addition to the mass concrete that has been poured. Matt, this is not a temporary wall. I know that absolutely cannot be a temporary wall. I heard on your show a couple of weeks ago, Matt, you said that one of the general manager, whoever it is, somebody from the airport said that we will have an airport by 2027. You remember that, Matt? 2027, yeah. 2027. Well, so I am saying, if we take that with a grain of salt and say, by 2028, 3 years from now, why would they build a wall like this? This wall, we have no retaining wall that I know anywhere on the island that matches this. Would you agree with me, man? I have not seen a retaining wall anywhere on the island, no matter whether it is built to hold mountains or whatever else. And you're telling me this wall that we see here is a temporary wall. It is not a temporary wall. It's a permanent wall, and the government must come clean with us. If indeed it is mining for minerals, come to the people and let us know this is what you're doing. And what you're doing right now by deliberately misleading the nation, I'm going to repeat, deliberately misleading the nation. We call this colloquially lying to the people, telling a real terrible lie. It's a big lie. It's a big lie, a big fat lie. Not only big, it's a big fat lie. That's what is going on. I challenge the Prime Minister and anyone else to stand here and tell me that this is not a big lie. If it is not a big lie, explain to me the destruction, the level of destruction that is going on here. I challenge them that this cannot be true. They are lying to us. Why is it, Matt, that I just became aware today that there is a write-up that here about Dominica, here in this particular area, that there is an agreement that has been signed, to mine what is this writer said. I want to show the first paragraph. To mine for copper. Well, if that is the case, Matt, why are they telling us that this is supposed to be good for the airport? Isn't that what it was? This is good for the airport. What we're seeing, we got rocks for the airport. Rocks for the airport. But there is a write-up. I can't tell you too much about it because I only saw the first thing. I plan to read it because I asked them to have it sent to me. Why would there be a write-up publicly that in fact there is an agreement for copper? Did you ever, you're the journalist, have you ever heard the Prime Minister tell us, or anyone else, that we're going to be mining for copper? Well, why wouldn't you have any idea why they would not? It's anybody's guess. But I say, right now, it's a big fat lie, and I am calling on the government, led by the Prime Minister, to come clean with the people. You're better off us. Come clean with us. Let us know what is happening. If there is mining that is taking place for rare earth mineral, for whatever it is, tell the people, let us, if you have an agreement, let us know what agreement that exists and how we're going to benefit. But right now, we are not benefiting anything. It is massive destruction that it should stop. It should absolutely stop. Not because I just want to see stuff. What I am seeing here, I don't want to see this continue. What we are seeing here, for example, they would say, well, you see all the dirt that looks crazy all over the place. You won't see that in because we're going to remove all of it. Matt, can you imagine if they take all this dirt, basically that could take up all of this mountain? What happens to the Wash River? Right, this is right behind there. What happens to the Wash River? Matt, this is crazy. It should not happen. It's the wrong thing for the country. We are not going to benefit from this. And what is worse is that we are being lied to by our government, our Prime Minister, all the other ministers of government. I call on this government and all the ministers to basically resign. I am calling for the resignation because this level of destruction to our country warrants the resignation of this entire government.
Somebody's asking for a concert by reggae superstar Nasir Fontaine on the Dearborn site. That's a suggestion. Big, and we can have a big, massive reggae camp. Somebody says this is a people's movement. And you should speak to Nasir about having a big reggae show on that site. That's for Nasir and his team. As I said, Nasir keeps standing.
Nothing that I'm doing now is surprised me because they don't care about nature, as they rightly call it, Nature Island of the Caribbean. It's becoming a concrete jungle with all those stupid buildings they're doing and thing right now too, you know what I mean? And furthermore, once our government sold our national bird, the Cicero parrot, that showed you exactly who and what they are, you know what I'm saying? Because they sold our national birds.
Dominica, will you rise again? On the telephone 305, we're going to round up in a minute. Yes, are you there?
Yes, man. Good afternoon to you
Good
and your
afternoon.
listeners.
Good afternoon to you, yes.
Matt, I support the person who called for Nancy to have a show over there. But Matt, that show should not be anywhere on in the week. It should be somewhere Sunday, and it should start Sunday morning. But Matt, on the other note, Matt, as my friend Burundi, on the other note, Matt, I've been at the site, but I've seen pictures where a drone takes pictures over there. And these people talking about they're looking for stones, man. Matt, I, as a person who have been around those quarry kind of thing, Matt, I have not seen any amount of stones to warrant them digging that area, man. You understand me? So this just goes to show that these people are mining Dominica for the copper that it has. But man, the same thing will happen for the passport. The money will not reach in the treasury. It will reach in the greedy politicians and their supporters' hands, man. So this is why Dominicans need to rise and not let that area, that thing continue. Because Clarence Christian said they were looking for a crusher or looking for sites to take stones, and I'm not seeing stones. I'm not seeing stones. They dug up the stones in the river, and that's it. And the amount of stones I'm seeing is negligent, not enough to warrant them digging up for that area, man. Good afternoon.
To the children and the elderly, to the leaders and the pastors, to the doctors and the nurses, to the weak and the strong. Let us work and come together. Let us help to build the broken. Come ye forward, sons and daughters. Let's all rebuild again. We shall overcome. Hey, 'cause we are talking we will end up helping hand in this time of tribulation. Dominica, we shall rise again. There's no time for segregation. Let's all build back our nation. Dominica, we shall rise again. We shall rise. We shift this big together. Our hearts are aching, but our hope is not fading. Our tears are dripping, but let's join hands and hearts too. We will overcome. Mommy, don't cry. Daddy, don't cry. Sister, don't cry. Brother, don't cry. We will overcome. We will get through this together. Together we are strong.
We are Dominica there. This one, of course, for Dominica.
In the night, with no warning and no chance, Mother Nature, you came into the way. So many lives are now gone. What a challenge to move on, 'cause we mourn all you took away. We shall overcome all the pain, 'cause in our darkest hour, is there. If we'll lend a helping hand in this time of tribulation, Dominica, we shall rise again. There's no time to stand.
Another new song produced for this movement.
First thing is the it's time we put a stop to the wrong they're doing to our nature. I think it's time we're standing together, together. One day, no place like home, my sweet country, lovely rivers, please don't destroy our country.
Clearly, the movement is growing.
Let me tell you something, we can't make this happen. Our kids getting sick, we get sick. The rivers are getting dirty. Who the hell these people think they are? Oh, God help me there. Building big airport. We don't want the airport if it's gonna destroy the nature island. We love it so much. People getting bitten, crime rate going up. What the hell we doing? It's time to stand strong. Peace. Yeah. It's time we put a stop to the wrong they're doing to our nature island. It's time we're standing together. One day, no place like home, my sweet country, lovely rivers, please don't destroy our country. Thank you to the Rastaman, they call in Nazio Fontaine. He's standing for what is right. News reporters, everybody who studied together, we must win this. We Papa. We live in a wicked world, and as long as I live, we stand up for what is right. Let us march, let us show that we care. We fight in peace, love, health, no more corruption in Babylon's system. Stay away if you don't want to make my people right. It's time we put a stop to the wrong they're doing to our nature island. It's time we're standing together. One day, no place like home, my sweet country, lovely rivers, please don't destroy our country. In the air, and say we love you so much, we love you so much, Mother Nature. You gave us a beautiful island, you gave us, we will stand strong. We will stand strong.
Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Yes, man, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Yes, good afternoon to you.
I heard that one for first time. Can you play that one before you left?
I'll do it for you again. One more time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, man.
Thank you, man.
My people, one day, it's time to stand. Now first thing is the it's time we put a stop to the wrong they're doing to our nature island. It's time we're standing together. One day, no place like home, my sweet country, lovely rivers, please don't destroy our country. Let me tell you something, we can't make this happen. Our kids getting sick, we get sick. The rivers are getting dirty. Who the hell these people think they are? Oh, God help me there. Building big airport. We don't want the airport if it's gonna destroy the nature island. We love it so much. People getting bitten, crime rate going up. What the hell we doing? It's time to stand strong. Peace. Yeah. It's time we put a stop to the wrong they're doing to our nature island. It's time we're standing together. One day, no place like home, my sweet country, lovely rivers, please don't destroy our country. Thank you to the Rastaman they call in Nazio Fontaine. He's standing for what is right. News reporters, everybody who studied together. We must win this. We Papa, we live in a wicked world. And as long as I live, we stand up for what is right. Let us march, let us show that we care. We fight in peace, love, health, no more corruption in Babylon system. Stay away if you don't want to make my people right. It's time we put a stop to the wrong they do into our nature island. It's time we
A big song to wrap it up this afternoon.
together one day. No place like home, my sweet country, lovely rivers, rivers, please don't destroy our country. In the air.
A holiday for Martin Luther King on his birthday. A long King holiday. Lovely song, huh?
So much love and nature. You gave us a beautiful island. You gave us so we will stand strong. We will stand strong.
You know the amount of requests I've gotten for this song, just the song?
Now, first thing is the Dominica. It's time we put a stop to the wrong they're doing to our nature island. It's time we're standing together, together, together. One day, no place like home, my sweet country, lovely rivers, rivers, please don't destroy our country. Let me tell you something, we can't make this happen. Our kids getting sick, we get sick. The rivers are getting dirty. Who the hell these people think they are? Oh, God help me there. Building big airport. We don't want the airport if it's gonna destroy the nature island. We love it so much. People getting bitten, crime rate going up. What the hell we doing? It's time to stand strong. Peace. Yeah. It's time we put a stop to the going to our nature island. It's time we standing together, together, together. One day, no place like home, my sweet country, lovely rivers, rivers. Please don't destroy our country. Thank you to the Rastaman they call in Nazio Fontaine. He's standing for what is right. News reporters, everybody who studied together. We must win this. We Papa, we live in a wicked world. And as long as I live, we stand up for what is right. Let us march, let us show that we care. We fight in peace, love, health, no more corruption in Babylon system. Stay away if you don't want to make my people right. It's time we put a stop to the wrong they're doing to our nature island. It's time we standing together, together, together. One day, no place like home, my sweet country, lovely rivers, rivers. Please don't destroy our country. Wave your flags high in the air, and say the A, we love you so.